All right, welcome back to another episode of our video vlog. For those of you who are returning guests, thank you for checking us out again. And those of you who are new viewers, thanks for stopping by and checking us out. So this is Tuesday night of week 4, and this is our first arm and shoulder night of the week. So all day today, I pretty much had the mindset of my intention tonight is to grow and lose weight. That's my intention, to put some muscle mass on by having a very hard workout and losing some fat by getting some hard cardio in. That was my mindset for the whole day. Like, that's the only thing that I was focused on. And when I got in the gym tonight, I really got at it. I didn't make excuses. I didn't sandbag it. I was tired today, not going to lie. I felt very tired, very worn out, very exhausted. Yesterday's workout kind of really wore me out and kind of really tore me down a little bit today. But I didn't let that slow me down or sandbag it, and I got in here and I just kind of went at it.
Today, really, like arm-wise, I got a really good feel out of today. Sometimes, like past couple of weeks, like it takes a little bit for me to get into the arm day, but today, like it really rolled right into it, like you said, and everything really felt good. Like all the movements felt good. Like I felt like I had a lot of tension and stress on the bicep and tricep like I wanted to. And the shoulders are always hell. Like they're never easy.
Yeah, I had a good pump right out the gate. Like even after the very first movement of biceps, the straight bar curl, I got a really good pump straight out the gate. And that's always motivating whenever the first movement you feel it really good on the muscle. Like some days, like you can do a certain movement and you won't feel it like you want to feel it, or you don't get a pump, or you get halfway through your routine and you're not pumping up and you don't feel it. And other days, man, like everything's just clicking and you're firing on all cylinders. And I always make sure to get the same amount of fluid and the same amount of food every day. I'm on a very strict diet. I weigh everything out. But I think the biggest difference for me tonight than all the other nights, and the reason why my pump was so good tonight, was I actually went up on my sodium. So I made my rice for 2 days at a time, and I was doing about 12 grams of salt for my rice, and then I actually bumped it up to 15 grams of salt. And to tell you the truth, I think bumping it from 12 grams to 15 grams made the difference. Now, of course, that's 7.5 grams a day, not 15 grams per day, because it's split between 2 days. So going up to 7.5 grams per day, I think that's what has been the biggest difference this week for Mondays and tonight's workout, Tuesday, for my pumps. It's just the fact I'm getting more sodium. I think my body's able to utilize the fluid more and pull it into the tissue, because I sweat a lot at work. When I do my cardio, I sweat a lot. And I think the biggest issue I have is I dehydrate, and then I don't have any water left to push into the muscles to really pump it up. And I think doing that extra sodium really makes a big difference with my muscle pumps.
For me, like it's just the tricep. Like I usually have trouble like getting the feel on the tricep. There's certain movements where when I do them, I can feel the tricep getting pumped up, got like the tension on it and like everything I want to. And then after that one movement, everything else, like it's lost. Like I know I'm doing the movement. I know I'm like putting the effort into where I need it to be, but I don't get that feel. But tonight was different. Tonight, like every movement from the skull crushers to the dumbbell kick or the cable kickbacks and everything, like I had a good feel on every tricep movement that we did tonight, and then it rolled right into the bicep movements for me. It clicked really well tonight, and I really enjoyed that. But let's see, food-wise, my sodium, like I said, I finally got mine corrected to where I'm at the 12 right now, and it's definitely more than I was adding before. But again, where we're at, it's 105, 106 degrees lately. So yeah, you're gonna sweat it out on your walks.
Yeah, I sweat a lot during the day. Like I soak through both my shirts because I wear an undershirt and my work shirt, and I sweat through it twice whenever I go on my walks. And it's only a 10-15 minute walk, and by the time I'm done, I'm drenched all the way through. And you think about all the sodium and all the salt that you're losing through your sweat, and I just don't think I was taking in enough to replenish what I was losing, because I do beef stock in all my meals, a lot of sodium in those, but I just don't think it's enough sodium to replace what I'm losing when I'm doing my walks and then working out and everything else. And as the weeks go on, you deplete more and more and more and more, and if you're not putting enough back, your body will adapt to it. But I think overall, like your endurance, your energy, and then your pumps suffer. You know, it's not that you're not getting results just because you're not getting a pump, but I mean, let's be honest, having a pump really helps your motivation in the gym when you're feeling your skin getting tight, your muscles are pumping up, and your veins are shooting out. It definitely helps motivate you for that given workout. You know.
Yeah, and like I was telling you tonight, like you were doing the wide grip press downs, and like the back of your arm was just rippling back there. Like it looked really good. And I do think, like I was saying earlier, like I think your arms, like you kind of lean more towards like they need more size and stuff like that, but I think your arms actually do look really good for your frame and your body. Like I think your arms have developed very, very well, and like it shows very well. Like it's one of your more developed areas, but you don't give them enough credit sometimes, I don't think.
Yeah, well, also I have long arms as well too, and I think that's my biggest issue is the length of my arm. Like my arms right now are 17 and a quarter, and you know I've been training them a lot, so I'm getting a lot of volume on them, and they're responding very well to all the volume that I'm doing. Plus, I'm losing a lot of fat, so it's bringing out the definition. But for me, being 6 foot with long arms, I just feel like 17 inches. They look small, they look skinny because I have such a long torso, and you know, and it doesn't matter how big they get. They get to 18, 19 inches, I'm going to feel the same way and everything. But at the end of the day, like, I just feel like they just need more size for how long they are. And then, other than that, like, honestly, I think my legs and shoulders are probably my best attributes for my body. But my arms have definitely come along, and I'm getting a lot more satisfied with the way that they look for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Your legs obviously have always been a very high point in your frame and everything. They're beefy as hell. But yeah, like I said, like your arms have really like had a lot come back. You can see it here. Like just like your tricep is just rocking.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that and everything. It definitely goes without saying that I put in a lot of hard work over the years. You know, I've been lifting since I've been 14 years old, off and on whenever I was a teenager. I never took it serious. And then when I got to my early 20s, I decided I'm going to be a bodybuilder, and I trained religiously for a long, long time until I decided I wanted to powerlift, and I was powerlifting for many, many years. Like I started powerlifting in my mid 20s, and I didn't stop until almost my mid 30s, so close to 10 years I was powerlifting. And the whole time I was powerlifting, I very rarely trained my arms. Like if I did like, let's see, a 4 month, 5 month program for powerlifting, and then I might take 2-3 months off from powerlifting and bodybuild for 2 to 3 months. Then I go back to powerlifting for another 4 or 5 months. So, you know, over the course of 10 years, maybe 2 to 3 months total out the year, my arms would actually get work, because anytime I was powerlifting, I never directly worked my arms out. I might do some press downs or I might do some curls here and there when I was in the middle of a powerlifting routine, but for the most part, I didn't feel like it was a necessary thing to train my arms directly because I got so much work from all the other movements. And honestly, the only movement for your arm that mattered to me whenever I was powerlifting was my triceps, because that's what helps get the bar off your chest when you're bench pressing. When you're at a dead stop and the bar is resting on your chest, your triceps is what gets the bar moving again. So that's like the only thing that mattered to me as far as it goes for arm development. So, and it wasn't for size, it was just for that raw strength to get the bar off the chest. So I neglected them for many years, but they're definitely coming up now.
Yeah, I agree. Um, yeah, like other than that, the night just went well. Um, yeah, we did the Stairmaster again later on. Myself, working my like I know you're up to 13 minutes now for your Stairmaster. But yeah, I'm up to 8 minutes now, progressing 1 minute at a time. But it is hell on me. I thought I was gonna die up there today, but I still made it through. But yeah, like it's just getting to that point of like wanting to quit, but you know, and like it's just a little bit further, just a little bit longer. It's not that much longer. It's just a minute, just 2 minutes. That's, like I can do this kind of thing, and just keeping going.
Well, it's starting to show. The results are starting to show because your stomach's definitely going down. I could tell in your stomach whenever you're in the gym that your clothes are fitting you a lot looser. They're definitely hanging off of you. They're not screaming so much, and they're definitely getting looser. And then the funny thing about cardio,
I just bought bigger clothes.
oh yeah, there you go. It's optic illusion. So you know the thing is too, like there's 2 times a day that 10 minutes will always feel like hours, and that's the last 10 minutes of the workday, and then the first 10 minutes on the Stairmaster or cardio. And I always felt like the first couple minutes on any type of cardio equipment is the absolute worst. But once, let's say if you're doing 20 minutes, once you get to 17 minutes or 14 minutes or 13 minutes, it becomes just like, okay, I'm at 13. All right, now I'm even thinking about, oh man, I'm already at 15. Oh man, I'm already at 17. Oh man, I'm at 19. Oh, I'm at 32 minutes. Oh, I'm at 44 minutes. It becomes more of like, how far can I go? How far can I go? How far can I go? Can I go a little further? Can I go a little further? Can I go a little further? But when you're first starting, it's like, oh my God, I got like another 25 minutes of this. 24 minutes. Oh my God, 23 more minutes, 22 more minutes. And then once you get past a certain point, it's like, okay, 12 minutes, that's not so bad. I got 13, I got 14, I got 15. And it becomes easier the longer that you're on there. At least that's the way my mind plays with me whenever I'm on it.
Yeah, like I was saying, like I'm up to 8 minutes now. Started out on the first week doing 5 minutes, and then it was still off and on. Like I did like one day of the Stairmaster, and the other day I went for just a regular walk because the Stairmaster destroyed me the day before, kind of thing. But it has gotten easier, and like last week was my first week that I went all week, did 7 minutes every night, and now that's my plan. My goal for this week is doing 8 minutes every night that we work out, and it's getting better, but I definitely have like some endurance issues that I need to work on when it comes to it, but it's definitely a good feeling, like doing the motions for it and getting through it, and then sometimes like just not paying attention to the time, and then eventually looking at it and seeing like, oh wow, like it didn't feel like it was that long, and I'm already almost done. But like I'm still like I'm okay. Like, I am gonna make it.
Yeah. And you know, the thing is, like a trick for me too, like if I can't stop thinking about the time, I force myself to look at the time. So if I can't stop thinking about the time or how long it's been, I'll force myself to look at the clock and I'll just watch the seconds. And I'll end up drifting away and looking away. Then I'm forced myself to look back, and I'll continuously do this over and over again until I finally find myself like drifting off into a daydream or thinking of something, or something rattles in my brain. Then all of a sudden I'm off in La La Land, not paying attention for the next like 8-9 minutes. So that's a little trick that I use whenever I'm on the Stairmaster or any type of cardio. So, but I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video for me. Is there anything else you want to add or anything you want to say, or is that pretty much it for you?
Yeah, it sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, I think that's going to be it too. So remember, guys, we're all in this together. Let's stay positive. Keep it lighthearted, light-minded. Keep all the positive attitudes out, in there. Don't focus on the negative. Don't focus on all the negative interferences and influences out there. There's a lot of negative people. And if you run into a negative person, don't let them drag you down and steal your thunder. Enjoy the process, whether you lose a quarter of a pound or half a pound, or even if you don't see results today, remember they are coming, and just stay positive and focused on it, guys. And remember, at the end of the day, if there's no agony, there is no bragging. So that's it for this one.
All right, later.